Covering Wisconsin on NBC 26 live at 10. A Milwaukee man in trouble with the law for shooting his lawnmower with a sawed-off shotgun. The reason? It wouldn't start. Reporter Mitch spoke to his neighbors about this unusual crime. This is a home neighbors tell us she came to every day. She wasn't even living here, but she came here daily to feed the cats. Neighbors are also upset with management because they told them over and over that this house was a health hazard. So we asked property owner Alan Murphy. Do you feel responsible for what happened? No. You don't feel responsible at all? It took this family 16 hours to pump all the water out of the basement. What remains? This freezer, washer, and dryer. They're not even sure if these things still work. The customer was overcharged not once, not twice, 3 times.
We are also hearing from people close to Wendy Brown who say she has a history of lying. NBC 26 reporter Mitch Weber continues our live team coverage with more on Brown.
This is not the picture of Wendy Brown that could have ended up in the yearbook at Ashwaubenon High School. The 33-year-old fooled not only school officials, but her husband James.
I love my wife with all my heart.
James hasn't talked to his wife Wendy since it went public. She pretended to be a new student using her 15-year-old daughter's identity. Her husband wants to know why. This is a place she rented with her husband, which is directly across the street from the school that she attended for only one day.
We have kids in our high schools that look 12 years old. We got them look 40 years old. And this person was dressed like an adolescent.
But her adult actions before this is what put her behind bars and kept her from the second day of school. Her previous landlord, Darren DeWitt, contacted police after he caught her impersonating him and his wife.
She's a good liar, I know that.
Did she look like a teenager to you?
No, I thought she was probably closer to 40.
And we showed her mugshot to a cheerleader who was walking by in the last hour, and she said the cheer squad thought the same thing. When questioned, Wendy Brown told them she looked like this because of sun damage. In your corner in Ashwaubenon, Mitch Weber, NBC 26. His mother believes it was more than luck. She believes he has a guardian angel looking out for him. And by the looks of the Fox River tonight, you might have to agree with her. The 10-year-old boy was down here playing by these raging waters when curiosity turned into chaos. This site created a flood fascination for a group of boys living near the Fox River in Kaukauna. For 10-year-old Aaron Marker, that fascination ended as quickly as it began.
I was over by the river with some of my friends checking out how it was. Then some water splashed my leg, and I fell in. My whole life flashed before my eyes. It was really rushing fast, way over 20 miles per hour, I'd say.
His brother and 2 friends on shore were as helpless as he was in the raging river.
I was rushing down the river. Those guys were chasing me, trying to keep up, and I managed to hang on to a tree branch.
Kaukauna utility workers nearby came to the rescue and pulled him to safety.
Just a stuffy nose and a little lack of energy, but other than that, I'm okay.
I'm just glad to have my baby.
Neighbors we talked to, not surprised. They've warned the kids before.
I've seen him down there a couple times. I just yelled at him to get off them rocks. He was right by the edge there. I didn't want him to fall in.
And I almost lost him because he wouldn't listen.
You've been told not to go by the river before.
Yeah, but I guess I didn't listen.
Are you going to listen now?
Yes.
And even tonight, you can see how turbulent the river is. Kaukauna officials worry that if the flooding continues, it's only going to stay like this for the rest of the summer. They also want this to be a reminder to everyone to stay away from these dangerous currents. Mitch Weber, NBC 26, live in Kaukauna. Dark Knight has the best 3-day opening in history. First estimates have the new Batman movie at $155 million, but final numbers show it ended up with $158 million. I have to admit that I had bad dreams after the first time I saw the movie, but the second time, not so much.
Yes. This would be the display of this container.
A trip to her local Marinette Walmart, Myra Christopherson stumbled upon a deal she couldn't pass up. $9.97 for a set of 2 containers. Myra's fabric collection fit perfectly, but she was charged for each one separately.
I brought it to their attention, and they refused to give me back my money.
So the next day, Myra grabbed her video camera to prove her point.
You can clearly see that every 2 are attached together.
So Myra this time bought 2 sets, but on her receipt, the clerk rang up 4 containers. This time, the clerk agreed with Myra.
She took 2 off. She says, well, yes, that's clear.
A week later, Myra went back and bought another container to see if anything changed. It didn't. She paid double again. NBC 26 called Walmart, and we were told customer service is always a top priority. Walmart is investigating, and Myra was entitled to a full refund. So we had Myra go in while we waited. Tell us what happened.
They refunded my money. They refunded it back on my credit card and with an apology.
Tonight, we bought this set of 2 and were charged the correct price. But Myra worries about all the other customers like her who were overcharged before Walmart found the mistake. Walmart declined to comment. Mitch Weber, NBC 26, live in the Green Bay newsroom.
All we're trying to do is just lighten their day a little bit. Let's go, Spitters!
Mike Costello is known to every rider for this contraption.
I taped some shower curtains together, for Christ's sake. Come on, Spitters, get out. Here we go, here we go.
Divided for an entertaining competition with what's left of a piece of fruit.
You can eat the melon, but you got to give me the seed. Here we go, here we go. I got the Doofus, Wimp, Blowhard, and Top Gun. 17.5. Top Gun. All right, let's see what you got. Blowhard.
But all these riders call him by the same name.
Hey, Watermelon Man. So that tag is stuck since the very first year.
His watermelon spit pit stop is all in fun for the riders, except one.
And the riderless bike, that hits me more than anything because I've lost my son.
This bike makes the trip in memory of those who have died or are still fighting AIDS.
I watched my son die piece by piece by piece. And that's what this disease does to you. No parent's supposed to live longer than their kids.
When his son, Michael Jr., would come home to visit, Mike remembers carrying in the bags.
The heaviest suitcase was the one with the meds.
Michael's health got so bad he had to be admitted to a hospital. Michael died in February of 1996.
I was so angry. 37 years old. My God, his whole life's in front of him.
Here we go! Here we go!
2 years after his son's death, Mike became involved with the AIDS ride.
As long as I can reach out to them, I'll keep doing this. G-O-O-H, get out of here!
Which makes him even more passionate about the trek that remembers him by one name and his son by another. Mitch Weber, 27 News.
Starts now.
Decision 2008, Senator Barack Obama makes a stop in Wisconsin.
Yeah, one day after announcing his VP pick, Obama was in Eau Claire today talking about the economy, national security, and barbecuing with an invite-only crowd. Charles Benson was there, and he's got more now on Obama's Badger State stop.
Benson.
All right, thanks, Charles. Vandals smashed out windows at Barack Obama's campaign office in St. Paul this morning. One person was inside when something crashed through the 2-plate glass windows in the front. The front door was also smashed and paint was splattered inside. No one was hurt, and so far, no arrests have been made.
They're feeling.
Republican John McCain's campaign also weighing in. A new McCain ad asks why Obama didn't pick Hillary Clinton for his running mate. The ad is running even though McCain calls Biden a friend. McCain says Obama made a wise selection in choosing the Delaware senator as his running mate. He even called Biden to congratulate him. NBC 26 in Green Bay now, where a plea deal is in the works for the former chairman of the Brown County Republican Party. Donald Fleischman, a 38-year-old, is accused of child enticement. Prosecutors say back in 2006, police found a 16-year-old boy hiding in a closet in his underwear in Fleischman's home. The boy claimed Fleischman gave him marijuana. Fleischman is due in court September 16th. One person is dead, 3 others injured after a 2-car crash in Oconto County. Deputies say the accident happened last night around 7:30 at Highway 32 and Hill Road near Suring. The accident remains under investigation tonight, but deputies think one of the drivers failed to stop at a stop sign.
Report. A boat crashes into the breakwater on Lake Michigan, sending 3 people flying.
Yeah, we begin covering Wisconsin in Kenosha County, where 2 of those people were rescued. One died. Their boat hit the breakwater at the entrance of a harbor. No word yet on what caused the crash. If you want your MTV, you'll have to stay tuned.
Why producers from the network are headed right here to Northeast Wisconsin tomorrow.
Plus, talk about talent. An air guitar player world champ is crowned. Stay with us.